hey, get this, I'm still alive. So pretty much lately, I've had to leave my home. I forgot my glasses where I'm going, so I bought these ones to kind of act as a placeholder for the ones I'd normally be wearing. The thing I'm happy about is that the place that I'm in, they happen to have this arcade machine up on the top floor of the place. It's like a tiny little house, and it has this it's pretty good. It has about some of the old games and everything, and they're pretty fun. But I realized that I'm pretty good at one game in particular. This game is none other than one of my personal favorites from a long time ago, and that is Galaga. I love Galaga. It's been one of my absolute favorite games in terms of just fun. It has as a tiny little game from a while ago. I'd say it's done pretty well for itself because it gets pretty difficult after a while when you try it. But the thing I'm happy about is that machine over there, it had a high score of, I think it was like 30,000 initially, and I blew that score out of the water by like 40,000 points the first try that I put onto it. Needless to say, I was very happy when I did this. And I thought, hey, why don't I record a plaything of me playing the game so that you can see how to properly play Galaga without failing miserably. Alright, let's go. That machine. So to record this, I had my other brother start recording this while I was playing because I thought that it would be easier considering the fact that I don't have 3 hands. But essentially during this, I was playing to the best of my ability, but not as good as I guess I could have played because, the top score up there is 74,000, but I think in this I reached like 60-something thousand. But the reason that soon I died was because my brother started talking to me during the recording. That's why it's muted, and that's why I'm voicing it over. But I'm gonna give some tips on this wonderful game. And my first tip will be, do not take damage. How about that? Does that make sense? Don't get hit by the bullets. I think that's self-explanatory. When the little aliens drop bombs, don't get hit by them. I would hope that this would be obvious, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if someone tried to play this and then thought, hey, what if I hit those little things with my ship? That would be genius. But essentially, now that I've realized that I can play this game to a somewhat decent extent, I've thought, what if I attempt to play it to the fastest, best little thing possible and get a high score? So, the way that you do this is just endure. It doesn't matter how you play as long as you endure, dodge, and shoot. That's literally all it is. Because if you fire ridiculously fast, then you most likely have a better chance of hitting something than firing at a slow rate and missing every single one of your shots. Because as said by some people, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And this definitely came from someone playing Galaga. Of course it did, because what else would it come for? Nothing from philosophy or anything like that. Oh no, it was Galaga. Good thing about Galaga, though, it is a fun game. I will tell you that as much. Because I honestly have been playing it for years. Not on this machine, of course, but just in general. Played it on mobile phones and other stuff like that, but it is always the same. Fire and don't die. How about that? I don't understand. I've shown people this thing. It's not a hard game. It isn't, but for some reason some people think it is. I don't get it. But it's fine, because some people are good at other games. I have a friend who came over and was good at Dig Dug, and I was not good at it. So you know what? You're good at what you're good at. That's just how it is. But I just happen to have a slight skill with Galaga. Not a professional, obviously, but I do what I can do. Also, if it wasn't clear, I'm not doing this voiceover twice. So if you think I am, well then you were wrong, because this is 6 minutes of footage that I am not editing, so you better believe that I'm not gonna do this more than once. But main point still stands. Don't die. That's really the main skill you need when playing this game. That's all you have to do. Because with Galaga, it's quite simple. Every single stage gets progressively harder as you go on, with some bugs dropping bullets from the top of the screen and some flat out careening towards you in an attempt to die while killing you simultaneously. But it's just how the game works. Best way to do this is that when a bug starts careening directly towards you, my recommendation, get out of the way. That's all you have to do. Because when you get out of the way of the living missile that flies towards you, it's really not that difficult to get away from it. Because when you do that, you have less of a chance of getting hit. See, I just went to the corner. That's all you have to do. And that's why I love this game. The simplicity, yet difficulty that it has is just mind-blowing because for some reason, even though I know it's not that bad, I still somehow die. But you know what? That's just how it goes for every game, right? You know? It's just how every game operates, and it's just how everything happens. But you know what? Every single shot I've taken thus far, it has a purpose behind it. If I miss, I miss. If I hit it, that's great. But half the time I do miss, which is fine. It doesn't matter. But you know what? That's the fun part about Galaga. You hit your shots and you miss your shots. And there's even a little thing to tell you how much of a failure you are at the end by saying the percentage of shots that you took and the ones that you missed. That's pretty good, isn't it? Because it tells you the amount of shots that you took and then tells you what your miss rate is. And I'm pretty sure mine's in like the 30% range, which is nice because now I know that I've missed up to 300 shots while out of my 1,000, which fun, right? I definitely think so. But you know what? I will say, I do love this game. It's a lot of fun. And I hope other people agree with that, because Galaga is just Galaga. It is fun, it is enjoyable, up until you die. But you know what? That's how it is for most games now, isn't it? You shoot and you die, but it's just how it is.
I hope that little playthrough helped you out a bit if you want to know how to play a game such as this. Because if there's one thing I know, it's that a fun game can be an enjoyable experience if you play it correctly. So a guide on how to do that, albeit maybe a bit passive-aggressively saying it, is still better than nothing telling you how to do it, right? Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to put something on YouTube. I've been bored recently, so I thought, why not put something out that I think may be a little bit enjoyable, you know? So, yeah, have a good day, night, morning. I don't really care. Whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat, have a good rest of your time on the planet.